let's redo this. Okay, just to touch on the subject of the floating thumb, I'll do a short little vid just to show you the problems I ran into, and maybe it might help some of you out. First off, the first major problem I encountered was my base. It's not really designed to help with the floating thumb. The problem being, it's an inch thick down here with square edges. The square edges, if it's hot out, or if you have any kind of oil on your skin sticks when you're trying to move your arm across the base. Even if your arm's in the right position, it'll grab. And with me, it tends to lift my wrist and take my thumb off the strings, and it totally defeats the purpose of the floating thumb and being able to mute the top strings. Secondly, with the thick bass and having a thicker chest, the bass is sitting out in front of me more. So that means I need to bring my elbow, where my natural position when I'm playing is right about here, which keeps my wrist like this. I need to actually concentrate and crank that elbow out a good 2-3 inches so I can get that nice straight line that talks about in the video. If you're a thinner person, it might not be so bad with a thick bass. Best thing to do, if you ever get a chance to see Todd's or somebody else's bass, or if you're in the shop, take a look at them, and you want to use a bass that has a tapered edge right here, just like in the center of the body on mine here, nice and tapered, where this is a squared edge. Just to give you an example, if I were to hold it like this, or do the floating thumb over the taper, my elbow is pretty much right in my normal position for playing. So there is no reason for me to actually bring the elbow forward. I can play up and down, wrist doesn't bend. Move the bass to where I normally hold it, put it over the regular position, bring my arm back, my elbow's way out in front, where I normally would play with it back here, which, like most bass players you'll see, they got the hand like that, pushing down on the bass, frees up the muting technique of the thumb, and what have you. The next problem I found, getting my thumb, whether I was resting on the pick or back here, depending on what tone I was getting, where I was playing on the strings, is getting the thumb up and over the top string. What happened at the beginning is I'd start playing on the B. When I'd move to the E, I'd bring my thumb in too far, and as I came up, my nail would scrape the string and either catch it and give it a little pluck, or it would give it the sound of a pick scraping over it. Don't want to do that. So what I did is exaggerate for the first few times. So I'd exaggerate that thumb up and over. Play on the B, go to the E, move it way up and over. After a while, you get used to it, your thumb just kind of naturally slides right up over it, almost as if there's a little ramp there. That's the motion you want to get. One other thing I have found, if your nail's a little too long, or if you broke a nail, it sounds like a woman. If you broke a nail, no. But if you have a chip or something in your nail, when you're sliding across the strings, it tends to catch and give you a funky harmonic or a sound again like a pick, or if it catches real hard, it just screws the whole tone up. So you got to watch out for that. And then making sure the thumb is in the right position. What I do there, or what I did there, I always made sure my first finger, after plucking a string when I was practicing, would land right on the meaty part of the thumb right there, between the tip and the knuckle. That way I always knew my thumb was on the string above. Now you just move your thumb down as your thumb's hitting it, up and back, up and back, up and back. Your thumb hits it, you know your thumb's there meeting the strings. So you hit the E, and I move down, I know my thumb's there as I come up and hit with the string. After a while, I don't even think about it, sometimes I don't even feel the thumb. The other thing is the movement. All movement is from the shoulder. There's a tiny bit in the elbow just so you can keep your arm or your hand moving straight across the strings rather than at an angle. That way you don't change the tone. That would be a different lesson. So your elbow's up, you're in the right position. Your arm goes just like this. Everything's in the shoulder, hand goes straight across the strings. Well, that's about it. Those are the problems I was having. Hope that helps some of you out. If it doesn't, you can post your questions and we'll try and get them answered. Keep the fat bottom fat.